Hey guys, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Michael. I live in Arizona. I'm 23 years old, and basically what I'm here to talk to you guys about today is that I've lost 200 pounds since December 13th of 2018, which is only about 9 months ago. So instantly, I'm sure tons of you guys are asking yourself how is it even possible? Um, to be honest, I'm gonna get to that. But first, I kind of want to get to where I was 200 pounds ago. 200 pounds ago, my life was completely different. I still work the same job. I still had the same dreams and aspirations. When I say it's different, I mean I wake up differently. My lifestyle's different. I feel happier, more energetic. Things have really changed for the better. Um, so to kind of put you guys where I was mindset-wise 200 pounds ago, pretty much I had given up on most things. Hygiene was going downhill. Self confidence was completely trashed. I didn't really believe in myself. I thought the people around me were beginning to give up on me. I don't say this looking for sympathy. I say this so you guys know where I was. I grew up obese my entire life. Since about second grade, I've always been the fat kid, the big kid, the kid that if I sat on you, you'd probably die. The truth is that through the people around me, I finally decided it was time to make a change. The friends around me were incredible in pushing me in the right direction. I just realized that I didn't want to live a life where I had to hold myself back because I was obese. And what I mean by that is when you're obese, things are different. It's not it's not a terrible life. Like, it's not the worst thing that could ever happen to you. When I say things are different, I mean people stare at you. It's hard to eat out in public because the entire time you just feel like you're being judged. It's really heartbreaking to not get to enjoy the things you want to enjoy because you feel like people are judging you just by looking at you before they've even had a chance to talk to you. And I just decided I didn't want to do that anymore. A very pivotal moment was, I want to say it was about 2 years ago. My buddy and I were at a music festival, and my feet were killing me. My ankles were hurting. We were only 3 hours into the music festival. And I was like, dude, we need to sit back down at the back of the festival. I need to rest if I'm gonna make it the rest of the night. And of course, being the great friend he is, he went with me to sit down, and we were sitting there, and I realized, I'm really taking away from his experience more than anything. I don't mind sitting back here because I put myself in this situation, but when I begin taking away from my buddy's fun, then it starts to hurt on the inside because now, like, this obesity's caused more problems than just for me. And he said to me, like, listen, dude, like, I'm here to support you, but it's you that has to make the change. If you're tired of coming to these festivals and your feet hurting, like, you have to get up and do something. So that mixed with a few things with my family that I don't really want to get into really drove me to finally sit down and explore the options of changing my lifestyle, and that's what got me here today. So to answer your questions, how I lost 200 pounds in basically 9 months. I actually had gastric bypass surgery. I realized that it's the best option for me, for my family, for my friends, that it's going to turn my life around as long as I can stick to it. A lot of people probably assume, oh, gastric bypass is the surgery you have where they just cut some things in your stomach, and next thing you know, you lose weight on your own. And there's not really much to it, but that's only partially true. So I had a specific surgery called the gastric sleeve, and basically what they do is they take your stomach and they cut 95% of it off, so it just goes from intestine to stomach to intestine, and it's about 3 ounces of space, a small banana. It's only partially true that it happens on its own, is that there's a diet and exercise routine you have to stick to after you have the surgery. Otherwise, it's not going to be successful. It's really easy to fall right back where you started, and next thing you know, you're 400 pounds again. I personally started at 466 pounds on December 13th, 2018, the morning of the surgery. So when I went to have the surgery, I went in with the mindset that my life's going to be completely different when I come out. But I didn't realize how different. Like, when I say it's different, I mean down to how I interact with people on a social level. It's completely changed, all because of this surgery. Some of the great benefits of the surgery is I saved hella money not buying food. I lost 200 pounds. I mean, that alone should be the number one benefit. And lastly, I mean, the third benefit for me would just be how people look at me. And that might sound selfish, but it's really heartwarming to hear people encourage me and to cheer me on and push me forward. That's not something I really had before this happened. I had the support of my family and friends, but outside of that, when people look at you and you're that size, like, they feel disgusted. They look at you in a disgusted fashion. They don't really think you're capable of anything or pushing yourself towards anything because you've given up on yourself. What did the surgery take to get this successful? Because if you go online and you look up gastric bypass or gastric sleeve, you probably notice that most people lose about 65% of their excess body fat weight. But it happens over 6 months to a year. And I think I'm a little bit over that. And I'm not here to toot my own horn and make it seem like I'm better than other people and that I did this some perfect way. Luckily enough, it was just super successful for me, and I'm going to continue to push myself to be successful with it, because the last thing I want is to go back to that lifestyle. And one of the most important things was the morning after the surgery, he came to check up on me, and the doctor came to check up on me, was asking how I was doing, and then he gave me and my family this speech. And it wasn't anything elaborate or great, but he said, really, it just comes down to one M&M. He said, when you walk by a bowl of candy in your house, most commonly people have a little bowl of M&Ms. He said the easiest thing to grab is just one M&M. And he said once you eat that M&M and realize, oh, my body can handle that one M&M, it's an instant downhill slope to being able to now eat multiple M&Ms. And you're just going to find yourself grazing. And that's the quickest way to put yourself back in that hole. So I took that really to heart. I really feared the one M&M. But that one M&M turned to a fear beyond that. I was scared of everything they told me not to eat. I had mentally just driven this image in my mind that if I went back to eating those same things, that I was going to end back up in the hospital, having to go through the surgery again, feeling miserable. So now my mindset is that these sweets, these carbs that I can't eat, these are the things that are going to cause the damage. And so I just completely avoid them. At the 2-month mark after the surgery, I was allowed to work out again, and this was where I think it was the most pivotal for me personally to push myself to the next phase of this losing weight, of this journey. I had the great support of my friends. They know who they are. We signed up for Planet Fitness memberships, and we went like crazy. We were going, I want to say 4 or 5 times a week. I was playing basketball in between those times, pushing through any kind of discomfort or pain. But honestly, I would have given up so early if it wasn't for my friends. So those of you that went to the gym with me right after the surgery and really pushed me, you guys are who I am today and who I will be in the future, because otherwise I would have quit. There was times where I was going to the gym and we were working out and I just wanted to throw up because my body wasn't used to drinking cold water while my body temperature was hot, or I drink too much water at once, and it was a constant struggle how to find that balance. Or I wouldn't eat before I'd work out, or I'd eat before I work out, and it was just all sorts of difference. And my friends, they were there while I was going through that discomfort, pushing me to push a little bit harder, because eventually I wouldn't have to feel that pain anymore. And once I hit that point, man, I don't even know if I really realized it. I just was working out, and then eventually just became easier and easier and easier. And I would say that when I started working out, I set one goal for myself, only one workout goal, and that was a 15-minute 5-mile bike ride. So 5 miles in 15 minutes. And anybody that's a professional bicyclist, or whatever their name is, a cyclist, I'm not sure, don't hate me. mad respect, first of all, and second, I'm sure 5 miles in 15 minutes is nothing, but for a 460-pound kid that couldn't ride 5 miles to save his life, to be able to reach 5 miles in 15 minutes, it was incredible. The feeling of the triumph was incredible. I took pictures, I posted on social media. I was so proud of myself, and I think that was the moment where I realized, like, I no longer have to bind myself in these social constructs of, like, you're fat so you can't do this, because really you can do anything you put your mind to. So when I hit that, that's where everything jumped to the next level. I started investing more in myself and my health. What I mean by that is, I splurged a little. I bought some Nike training stuff, boosted my self-confidence. Going to the gym made it easier to go to the gym, helped my muscles, my bones, which I'll get into in a minute, immensely. And that's important, because if you're not happy and healthy when you go to the gym, it's going to become dreadful. You're never going to want to go. So set goals that are obtainable. Make sure you treat yourself, and make sure you watch your health, because you have to enjoy it to be able to go back over and over again. The important part is that I'm now down 200 pounds. I breathe better. I smile more. I have a way better quality of life. It's beyond anything I can comprehend. And I'm just beyond thankful for my family and friends that supported me the entire time. Clothes. A lot of people ask, what are clothes like? I went from wearing a 4 or 5X in most things, t-shirt wise and shorts wise, to now wearing a 1 and 2X for shorts and t-shirts. Personally, I like my clothes a little bit baggier, so sometimes I still wear a 3X just because I like the comfortability. It's just something my mentality is drilled into me since I was so large. I just feel like certain clothes don't look good on bigger people. Pants wise, I was wearing a size 60, 62 for my waist, and now I'm down to like a 44. I'm trying to get a below 40 waist, but it'll take some time. It's just a goal. Now I could fly on airplanes. I went to Portland with my buddies at the beginning of the year when I was still 360 pounds, but I'm even less now. I'm 100 pounds less, and I know that the airplane seats can fit me now, which is super, super, I don't know how to say it, like, exciting, because it's so fearful, like, that I'm already scared of flying, and then I have to go sit on a plane and be uncomfortable with people judging me, and have to buy 2 tickets, and then worry about what that looks like to people. And it's just nice to be able to buy a ticket, go fly somewhere, and only have to worry about being scared of the flying portion. I can go to sport games with my friends next season. I'm super excited to go watch the Suns play. I can fit in the stadium seats better now. I can go to the movie theater. I can take a date to the movies, and I don't have to worry about, putting up or down the armrest to make myself, fit comfortably. And I can't even go to AMC at the mall because their seats were so narrow. I have to put the armrest up, and that's just embarrassing. And so it's nice to be able to go to the movies and just be able to sit down and relax. I can sit at booths in restaurants now. If you guys have any questions, of course you can DM me. I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day. It's very valuable to watch my story and see where I'm coming from. I appreciate each and every one of you for all the comments, love, and support you've given me. To those special friends that I just talked about, and to my family, I thank you guys so much as well. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. And I really look forward to the continued weight loss and muscle growing and just bettering my future forever. And thank you guys so much. Have a great day.